Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. Here we are today, we're going to be beginning the 5th class trial. This is going to be a really interesting one, I can already tell. Because this is the first one where genuinely I have no fucking clue who could have done this. I don't know. Because the other ones do have like a basic guess. You have like a theory you can make about some people who could kill. I don't know who this could be. This could be literally anyone. So, this is going to be a very interesting class trial, and I'm very excited for this one. But of course, right before we jump into the video, let you guys know if you guys have been enjoying my videos lately, make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe as well. Keep mine's completely free, you can unsubscribe anytime, and really appreciate it. That being said, let's start. This, I think it'll also be really long.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Normally, once we get to like the 5th class trial, if I remember correctly from the last game, the 5th class trial was really fucking long. I think. Actually, no, that was a shorter one. The 4th one was long. Okay, so the first one, but I feel like this one might be a bit long because we're getting closer.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Yes, though! One more time!
Fuck this out. Can we get to the trial already?
This one! This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monomi. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Is it the same person? Or... this is weird. I can already tell it's holy shit. How many truth bullets do I need? Okay, that's like 8. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this there.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I'm so confused.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
So fucking I could feel like the torture Nagito. Oh.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, okay, that's the actual game. I think that's what I have to shoot.
Crap.
Let me look at the other people if I have.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
It was
the duct tape.
Okay. I'm just throwing out like complete guesses. I have no clue what's going on.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Oh, that makes sense.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Okay. Cool. Alright, got it. I finally did something and immediately fucked.
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid? Well, fuck you. I think I'm right. You're the wrong one here. Oh my fuck. No. Oh no. I don't know. I'm just gonna...
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Wait, after about the...
They duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys.
About the bomb.
Thanks to me, you guys
didn't we already find the bomb? I thought I was getting information from him. Sure, that sounds reasonable. That's really contradictory.
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Timeout. I'm calling it timeout. Let me look at my... What does it say? The duct tape. Now he felt the cover of duct tape. However, the blood that squirted onto his face wasn't under the duct tape. The tape itself had a lot of crinkles in it. Ah!
Whew, that was
Got
close,
it.
you guys.
Got it.
Thanks to me, you guys
I got it.
caught in the trap.
I got it. Don't worry. I got it. Don't worry. I got
Pay
it.
attention. This is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they duct taped his mouth shut.
I freaking pressed right click instead of left click.
Crap!
I
Pay
forgot
attention.
the controls.
This is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
There.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Okay.
No. There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
In elementary school or something.
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
I don't know. They did stab him a shit ton of times in both his legs, his arm, and then stabbed him with a spear. And then stabbed his hand. That's a lot of damage, okay?
If so, friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Reason for the fire, huh? You're right, we need to clear that up first. Oop, that sounds like we set the fire. I feel like everyone was here. Okay, it's duct tape, Monokuma panels. Either that or the oil lighter.
The direct cause of the fire was
I'm gonna shoot some
the
shit.
oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
I agree.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Okay.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
Yep.
I agree with that.
There we go. I had to wait until like the very end of that for it to work.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second, and from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Sure did. One of the things to hide the domino effect. It was, I don't know. Let me see. I do not fucking know. Seven night, no. One hand, no. Does he know? No. Making it noisy.
I see!
That could be it. Okay.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Yeah, it was loud as fuck.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Open slowly, and the problem, it was blocked off, right? Well, that's because the Monokuma panel was blocking it. No shit. They just used one to like prop it up so it wasn't open.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
The door's only entrance to the warehouse. What you're talking about is... Oh god, we couldn't take any merch. The killer couldn't have left.
I see.
Did Nagito... Hey, hold on, wait a minute. Did Nagito start the fire?
If the panel was so close to the door that it could
Is this
barely
all
be
Nagito's
opened,
doing?
the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
That's true. It's murder.
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. Only one person could have done that. Yeah, and where is he? Yeah, it was this fucker.
This is my answer.
Wow, okay, so this is a little weird.
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I think I'm overlooking something. What if his right hand, the one that like had the little burnt off with the knife stabbed in it, what if that hand was never tied up? That could be something. Yeah, the burnt rope. What if that was noise?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
A lot of shit in the screen.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I got the right thing, right? Something that Nagito thinks that is wrecked. Nagito shouldn't tie himself up too. That's okay, right?
To actually...
I'm gonna check the burnt rope. Burnt rope. I just wanna make sure. Yeah, it's this one. So Nagito's burnt off over Nagito's right sleeve still looks clean. That's what it still looks clean. That rope wasn't even from the fire. See, that hand was never tied up.
That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would be...
You couldn't do much with the free...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Shit, that was the wrong thing. I think I have the right thing here.
To actually tie up your own arms...
Yeah, there we go.
No, that's wrong.
See? That right arm, that was never tied up. He made us think it was tied up. Nope, that was always free.
Hold on a second.
Stabbing,
Isn't
tying.
that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
So that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is clean is his right sleeve is like really perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, the sleeve wasn't burned at all. Don't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
You try to charge me, now she wants some money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Stab yourself in the right hand using only your right hand. There's definitely an answer to this. I think I know. Hold on. Can I look at my truth score? Can I look? Monokuma plushie. Remember, there's an opening in the plushie.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free.
What if they put the knife in the plushie, like opened up like the plushie beforehand, placed the knife there, and just slammed his right hand into the plushie, and then bam, right hand is stabbed. That could work.
How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
That should work.
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Nope.
could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Yep.
I agree with that.
I think that's what we're getting towards.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't
I
catch
didn't
all
want to say
that.
it, but
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it.
Okay,
Hey,
stop.
bastard, you better cut it out.
I think I know the
Like
answer to
she
this,
said,
though.
In that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer. But suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Can I get a turn? I think I
It's
know.
impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
That's right, we made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Even now.
All right, let's do this.
I think I know the answer. I don't know if I'm fully right. Hold on, let me look at these. A torture wound, burn rope, no, no, it's okay. One left hand. Got it.
How did Nagito stab himself with a
Or
spear?
at least with whatever they're going with. I
Let's
think
work
I know where this is
together
going.
and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
I think I know where this is going. I don't want to spoil it, but I just know his left hand was
Hold
completely
on.
clean, though.
It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
His left hand doing the blood spurt, that means it was holding something.
I see.
He was holding on to something.
When the
and I
blood
think it was
splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if
Very
he held
mild.
the spear with
He
his
only had
tied-up
2
left
cuts in the
hand,
arm instead of
it'd be
16.
impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the
Hey,
problem.
Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
What section of the spear was he holding on to? Was it not shatter blade, the cord?
I see.
Yes, okay. Got it.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from above the spear with his left hand. From there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with a spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up. The spear was stabbed through his stomach. But just before that... Sick. The B, the spear, and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, you'll be able to figure it out. The spear was and what state it was before it stabbed Nagito. Yeah, time to go surfboard. Time to go surfing. Or snowboarding, whatever the fuck. I just love the idea of, I almost got it. I figured it out. Time to go snowboarding. Alright. I think I have an idea of what this could be. I just need to wait until I can answer the question. Okay. Thank you. Whoop. Ow! Fuck. Alright. Whoop. 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 Sick jump. Answer your question? Yes, it is. Okay. Where's the spear just before Nagito's left hand? It was above Nagito. I do agree with that. I think because remember, there was like a blood stain above him on the like rafter thing that was above there. There's like a streak of blood up there. I think he wrapped the cord of the spear around that, held onto it with his left hand to keep the spear elevated, and then he let go with his left hand, causing the spear to fall right into his stomach. Because that's what I think happened. Oh shit! Ow! Damn it. Is this a question? That's a question. Yep. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? It was the ceiling girder. So I think he threw the spear around the girder so it was hanging, and in order to keep it suspended, he held on to that end of the cord with his left hand. So then when he let go of it, the spear would fall right into his stomach. Now I just gotta get there. Oh shit! Ow! Okay. I gotta go this way. And 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 it's a jump. And there's a jump. Slow down. Here's the question. Yep. Why didn't connect both the spear to the ceiling girder? Spear's cord. Yep. Because he could wrap the cord around there so the spear is suspending along with his left hand. Got left over his left hand. Spear falls into his stomach. There we go. Got it.
It's all coming together.
Figured it out.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that. He did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
You're just like, yeah, nothing's work. Stab my legs.
Which
you know how
means
it is.
Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. It's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
He's not starting to feel a little sympathetic towards it. We underestimate his capacity for malice. Mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. The form his malice took. Forgotten all about it until now. If it was here now, I'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
I would say that'd be okay, but we are only 30 minutes into this class trial, so unless that isn't okay, because I don't think this is going to be the fastest class trial ever by only half an hour.
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No,
So I think there's
agree
still some
that
sort of
Nagito
secret
killed
that's
him,
hiding in here.
I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Hi, I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and something that even he couldn't have messed with?
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. Survival knife, blood in hand, duct tape, spear, monocle plushie, blood, monocle panels, oil lighter. He's one of the... no. One of the fake over, okay. There's still the gas mask and gloves. There's still whatever the fuck this is. There's still the poison. There's still this. Okay, what he couldn't mess with. Could be counts. Okay, no.
Crap!
Oh wait, whoops! I pressed the wrong thing. I meant to close out of it. I accidentally pressed right click. I just want to look through this again. I'm gonna go one by one. Nagito was discovered inside the warehouse. Death. Furthermore, his location. Okay. Torture wounds. Okay, burnt rope. Survival knife. Duct tape. Spear. Plushie. Fire. I'm confused. Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. So something that he couldn't even... So something that he just had to hope would go right? This all looks right. The spear. Monokuma plushie, yes. The panels. Sure, counts anything. Yes, it was that. That doesn't really have anything to do with this. Was it one of the oil lighters? Was it like the oil lighter? Was the Monokuma panel? What could this be? I'm so confused. What, like, okay, something he couldn't affect. But all of these, okay, so let me see. So he caused torture wounds. He did that, so it seemed like that was wrong. Survival knife, he did that too. Blood in the hand, yep, that's from him holding the spear. Duct tape, yeah, he covered himself with the duct tape. The spear, he stabbed himself with. Plushie blood, yes, he caused that. Yeah, he caused that from dropping that, okay. Lighter?
Crap!
No. Oh, God, okay. I just don't know what it could be. Is it? I have a weird feeling about it. Hold on. I'll check if this is right.
Crap!
I have a feeling. I thought that could have been like a cover for like one of the like, I don't know, the fire extinguishing grenades that we threw. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck this could be.
Crap!
Nope. I'm gonna die here. I have no clue whatsoever this could be. Yeah, moon sharp. Inside the spear, yeah. So it's something related to his death that he couldn't mess with. What else could be related to his death that he could not mess with? I don't think so. Survival knife. Base safe as I think it's that. It can't be any of these. It's not anything here. Nothing else with the MP3 player, right? Okay, no. The counts don't matter. I feel like these three have something to do with this case. I think that, but that should come later. Evidence that he couldn't mess with. I don't understand. My brain isn't braining right now. Something related to his death, a piece of evidence that he couldn't even mess with. Something he couldn't even change. What could that be? Oh, okay. So it's the Monokuma file.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
If it is, I couldn't even fucking read it. Let me see. Let's just recap this. The victim is Nagito. His body was discovered inside the warehouse near the factory. Estimated time of death is going to be noon sharp. There's a spear stabbed in the stomach. There were some local stab wounds into his thighs. The laceration in his left arm, and his knife built to his right hand. This part of the Monokuma file that Chucky is worried about. Where is it? It's in the Monokuma file. I have no fucking clue. Okay, I gotta figure it out. Great. I'm gonna fail very badly. Oh! I fucking... The cause of death isn't listed. Obviously. What the f... I'm a dumbass. Okay. That's so obvious. How did I not see? Holy shit! Where's the D? There. Oh, that was close. I almost died from that. Yeah, I don't know how did I not even catch that? Yeah, because normally, if that was true, then it would have been obvious that's the cause of death. But they never listed the cause of death.
Monokuma file. There's no specific.
How did I not catch that? That's really obvious. Because normally, Monokuma even said, if there's something like really, like he won't include something in the Monokuma file if it's like really important into solving the case. So then, since he didn't include the cause of death, that means there's something going on here. That's not something that we've been paying attention to.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth! There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, And before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide. But it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations. And that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all our hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. Absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said that he was yearning for that. In a situation where it might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. Probably overthinking. Wow, is that the... It is. Okay, this is getting a little bit crazy. Alright.
No.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but, well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too, you're the only ones who didn't know. Is that right, Monami? Never are you gonna plan to sulk. Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand by silence when you're all alone with someone else. Mommy and I are the bestest of friends ever. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. No, if I don't have to be hated that much. It's the fact that you snap at me like that. I don't trust you at all. You're like a teensy tiny 1 millimeter bit. How sad. Having your friends is much more shameless than being betrayed by that friend, you know. Why are you friends in the first place? He's your older brother, let me say this. I am my brother. I had to live a life without friendship. It's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Maybe some of the demands for that. I fell for it. I told you took the man bait. Anyway. Alright. Well, we're ending the episode here. Clearly, something's going on. We figured out, like, a lot of it. Like I said, there's still the gas mask we haven't talked about. There's still, like, the aluminum thing that we haven't talked about. There's still the poison we haven't talked about. There's still, what? The Monami notebook we haven't talked about. There's still, like, all of that evidence that is clearly evidence because it was put in as a truth bullet that we haven't even mentioned yet in the trial. So clearly, there's still something that we need to figure out that is some other mystery. And hopefully we can figure that out next time. So anyways, hope you all did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure you like down below and subscribe as well. Keep mine completely free. You can unsubscribe anytime. As always, hope you all did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next episode.